More than 95% of store owners who sold cashew mentioned to me that in Nigeria, the only product that sells faster than cashew nuts in their shops are condoms. Hello, great people of Nigeria. I'm back again with another episode of Bashwan Talks, focusing on the opportunities in the cashew nuts processing and trades business. That succulent part of the cashew has little or no commercial value. That's not the focus here. The nuts in itself is what we're talking about. Cashew nuts is one of the highest products sold in supermarkets all over Nigeria. Supply of this product is not even close to enough locally. There is also a massive international market for these cashew nuts, as well for export-oriented business people to rake in the dollars. The first time I learned about how profitable Nigerian cashew nut business is was during one of my trips to Dubai to market my sesame seeds in the Gulf Food Convention, which is the largest food trade show in the world. That show holds once every year. During that trip, some years ago, I met a Vietnamese guy who happened to own a company that buys raw cashew nuts in very large quantities from Nigeria. While I was marketing my sesame seeds to him, he asked about cashew nuts. I told him that my base is in Nasarawa State and I can source cashew nuts for him from there as well. But he insisted that there is a place that he knows produces the best cashew nuts in Nigeria, and he wants cashew from that particular location. I asked him what was this place he's talking about, and he mentioned Ogbomosho. Oh my God, a Vietnamese guy all the way in Dubai is telling me where the best cashew is in Nigeria. This was a challenge to me. So when I returned to Nigeria, I immediately visited Ogbomosho without even knowing anyone there. But you know, when you really need and you want to find something, with all efforts you will find it. I found my way and set up partnerships within a very short time in the cashew nut business in Agribusiness. Anyway, for the purpose of this episode, the focus is on cashew nuts traded in Nigeria for local sale and consumption. I will talk in great detail about cashew for export in another episode. In my little research of cashew nuts trade in Lagos State, more than 95% of store owners who sold cashew mentioned to me that in Nigeria, the only product that sells faster than cashew nuts in their shops are condoms. The demand is massive and the struggle to keep up with reliable supply. This is an opportunity. A few years ago, a businessman who owns at least 12 supermarkets within Lagos State begged me to guarantee him regular supply of cashew nuts processed for local consumption. He just could not get enough of cashew nuts to satisfy the demands of his customers. Yes, this is how the demand for this particular agro-commodity is. We are not even talking about those sold at cutthroat prices along the roads by hawkers. So how do you get into cashew nut business? Like I earlier mentioned, there are two ways. First is to focus on the local market, and the second is to focus on the international market. There are significant differences in the processing methods, type of end product, quality and pricing requirements for selling locally or selling internationally. The regions producing cashew in commercial quantity in Nigeria include Ogbomosho in Oyo State, I mentioned earlier, Ilorin in Kwara State, Ayingba in Kogi State, and Enugu. However, cashew can be found in several other regions, but the ones I just mentioned here have the highest commercial production quantities in the country. After identifying the area most convenient for your business, you proceed to buying up cashew when the harvest starts. By the way, the harvest starts every late January to late March. You must do your own research. Cashew is a bit technical as moisture levels are of particular importance when preserving the nuts. When the moisture content of the raw cashew nut is too high, the chance of getting it spoiled in storage goes up significantly. You purchase your cashew, sun-dry them for up to 2 weeks, then load them into aerated sacks for wholesale to cashew processors. Or, better still, if you want to maximize your profit, you then proceed to process the cashew nuts yourself. This is a business you can get into very small time and grow massively within a short time. Nigerians love cashew nuts. The health benefits are amazing. From providing very rich source of protein, cashew nut is also a natural aphrodisiac as it contains good zinc element. In plain language, people dey eat cashew for manpower. You can maximize your profit if you decide to manually process your cashew to extract the nuts. There are several local processing methods that serve the purpose and end goal of your intended cashew nut business. The cheapest and most locally used method of processing a cashew is by burning the raw cashew nuts in shell to extract the nuts. You have to understand the process effectively, or rather employ experienced processors with proven record of processing cashew manually and locally for the local market. Cashew nut harvested in Enugu, I will tell you, 99% are processed in this method for local sales. The next stage is finding buyers for your processed cashew nuts. This is the easiest part. In local cashew nut business, as long as you have your well-processed cashew nuts, any shop you contact will 100% make a supply deal with you, as long as you agree on pricing that favors all the parties. In the southwestern Nigeria, I recommend researching Ogbomoso and Ilorin areas, particularly for buying commercial cashew nuts. While in the Middle Belt and North, I recommend researching buying commercial quantity cashew nuts from Nasarawa and Ayimba in Kogi State. For those nearer to the eastern part of the country, Enugu is your sure bet. Finally, as usual, I operate an open door policy to those inclined to prosperity and taking business opportunities. Feel free to reach out to me with your comments or questions. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and share. Let others know about these open opportunities. Take care for now and goodbye.